So if you clicked on this video, I already know the chances is you're procrastinating, or you're a procrastinator, or you want somebody to talk you out of your procrastination. Well, you clicked on the right video today, because guess what? It takes one to know one. And I used to be a procrastinator. One take. So why are you procrastinating? That's the first thing you got to figure out. Why are you procrastinating? Like, why won't you get the stuff done? Do you really think that the opportunities that you have sitting in front of you today are going to always be there? I'm talking about YouTube. I firmly believe that everyone should, or if they don't think this way now, they will soon, should have a YouTube. Who's hiring? I don't know. A lot of people don't know. We're hearing about ghost jobs. We're hearing about, people applying and not even getting a, sorry, we can't hire you, email back. You better do something. What do you wait? Like, are you waiting for things to get worse and then you have no ability to get out of your situation? So now you'll become a beggar. Like, I just always try to think 5 steps ahead of what is going. I'm like Dr. Strange. I try to see all the different ways this thing could unravel, right? And when I do that, some people say, oh, you're paranoid. No, I'm not paranoid. I'm a great predictor of things, because I read and I educate myself and I find out, oh, this is happening and that's happening and this is happening. What are the chances that this happened? And by doing that, by operating like that, I'm able to see things happen before they happen. So I firmly believe that if you don't do YouTube now, you will in the future. And by the future, I mean 12 to 24 to 3 years, right? Or some form of social media. Because, well, let me explain this. I remember when the internet first came out, right? Oh, yeah. I'm 39 years old. But I remember when the internet first came out, dial-up, right? And I remember how a lot of baby boomers really didn't, and Gen Xers, by the way, didn't really gravitate towards it. They didn't, they just kind of, I don't know what they thought. I think they thought it was a fad. Everybody thought it was a fad. But millennials, we took to it. We were like, yo, this thing is cool. And I guess it was looked at as something of child's play, or just something that is here today, gone tomorrow. They thought the same thing about hip-hop. But look at it now. So they didn't really, email, all of these things, right? Somebody in my family was the same way with this technology. And by the time they realized, I have to do this now. Like, I can't get a job if I don't have an email. I have to get on the internet. The learning curve was this big by the time they finally started paying attention to it. This came from procrastination, is what I'm getting at. This came from procrastination. This came from, I don't need to learn it. That's for the kids. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. That when I'm this age, so I don't need to. Okay, fine. You need to at least know about it. And when it comes to finances, getting your finances together, this can be detrimental. Being a procrastinator will destroy you financially. You're thinking, I'm good. I don't have to start doing this. I got family members right now. I've been telling them to start a schedule. Get on YouTube and start a schedule. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this since 2006. I've been on YouTube since 2006. I've started and built up several other YouTube channels, even if they're not mine. I can point to YouTube channels, more specifically Facebook channels, that I've built up to hundreds of thousands of followers. Directly causation me. And these people are not listening to, I'm like, it's coming. So where is this procrastination coming from? Some of it is depression, honestly. I get it. Some of it is depression. And I have dealt with that as well. Normal depression, not the clinical depression where people want to unalive themselves. Never that, okay? But everybody gets depressed, right? It's something that is natural from time to time, right? But staying there is not, you can't stay there. We have to get out of that. And sometimes you have to force yourself out of depression. And what do I mean? Well, I'm doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, and I would say for the last month or 2 months, I didn't get my hair cut. And that's absolutely wild. You want to know why? Because I am a licensed barber. I left the barber shop like 2 years ago. Yeah, 2022. I think I left the barber shop. I still cut hair. I still cut my clients, my main guys that come see me. But I wanted no parts in the barber shop because, once again, I did the Doctor Strange thing. The owner's constantly raising the booth rent. This is going to be $300 a week and eventually, and then $400 and $500. It's just going to go crazy. Inflation is going to cause all things to go up. How can we keep up with this? Let me make my move now, right? And I left in 2022. A year later, I have other barbers calling me like, yo, he's there. Where you at? Well, we paying $700 booth rent. I'm exaggerating, but yeah, it went up exponentially. And I'm like, yeah, I saw it coming. Doctor Strange, like, they don't know what to do, and it forced them to have to make decisions at the last minute that were not into their best interest, and they're suffering from it today because they did not think, look ahead, see what's going on. They procrastinated. They know they should have did it, but they didn't do it. They know they should have took some time away and sat down and planned and thought, but either they didn't do it because they just were lazy or procrastinated or whatever, just put it to the side, or they literally could not do it because inflation had already grabbed them by the neck and was squeezing tight. And you know, I've dealt with that. I've experienced that. Me and my wife have been homeless before, sleeping in our car, what many people are doing today. So I get it. Don't think I'm preaching from a pulpit. You know, I think they say preaching from the pulpit. Is that the expression? I've definitely had my share of down times, and I don't mean sleeping in the car for like one time. I mean like months. When you put it all together, it was collectively a year. So, and that might be another video for another time. But you guys have to snap out of procrastination. Oh, back to, I didn't cut my hair for over a month. What I wound up doing was I cut my own hair. I cut this. Now I didn't line up the front. You know, your boy's 39, so be nice, okay? Hairline's not where it used to be, but I did this last night. Cut my hair. Put on some of my, you know, little pow, you know, and I literally, mentally feel better. Like, literally. It's amazing what a haircut can do for a person. If you can't cut your own hair, put a turban, put a hat on, nice hat, or, you know, like I got my hat, just in case I want to, you know, put a nice hat on, put your best threads on, and go out. You don't have to buy anything extra. It's just, it does something to you. I went to Clark Atlanta University. That's why I went to school, went to college. And I remember one day, well, I explained on another video, but Morehouse is right there. Morehouse, Spelman, Clark. And their motto is well-dressed, well-spoken, well-traveled. I think that's how it goes, something like that. I like that motto. Because when you're well dressed, it helps you psychologically. Well spoken, you speak well. That comes down from reading and just communication skills. And well traveled. Travel helps to broaden your horizon, broaden your mind, how you think about things. Helps you to add to conversations or not be so judgmental when you see people going through things, or, you know, you'll be able to see things from multiple viewpoints. But yeah. Please hear this as a warning. If you're procrastinating, you have to get out of it. You have to stop putting things on the back burner and saying it's going to be here. What did everybody do in 2020? If I had told you in 2019 something was going to happen in 2020, would you have believed me? You probably would not have. You would have said, I'm full of, you know what? Yeah, it's probable, but it's not likely. Okay, it happened. And every day since then, it almost seems like things are happening that people say would not happen. So don't think for once that you have an opportunity right here and it could be snatched away. It's called YouTube. It's called TikTok. It's called all these different social media. And people are getting paid handsomely on them. And you could be a part of that. You could be getting out of your situation. You could be setting up your financial future, at least putting a dent in it to some degree. And you're watching this on a cell phone or you're watching on television, but 9 times out of 10 you have a cell phone and you won't even take that joint and turn it around and shoot something with yourself in it, or It doesn't even have to be that. It could be a faceless channel. You could do YouTube and not show your face ever. It could just be you and you behind the scenes, and you're just editing things and posting them. Oh, I can't edit. I don't know how to edit. There are so many different things now that help you edit when you can't edit. Or like this, I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to post this. Right? There's things I literally found a YouTube channels. Well, all they do, somebody here in Atlanta, put their cell phone right there, and they just drive around Atlanta. And it's not even Atlanta. They drive around the entire United States. And they just drive and record like 30 minutes to an hour footage of them just driving through the streets. You can't see them. You don't hear them talking. They're just driving and capturing the roads. That's it. People are leaving comments. The people like 20,000 views, 50,000 views. I'm like, huh? What? They're getting paid for this? They're making $2,000-$3,000 a month just doing that. And that's probably their side thing, right? So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Please, please, please. Procrastination, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Procrastination might as well be the cousin. It's not good. Putting things to the side when you know you should be on it, you know you should be progressive minded, you know you should be positive minded, you know you shouldn't be stagnant, you know you shouldn't be around people that's stagnant, that's holding you back. If you're consuming more content, just BS content, than you are making content, because I watch my content too, but that's only 10 to 20% of my day. Most of my day is productive. 80% of it is productive. I'm pushing, creating things. Okay, and if we want to, because I am a God-fearing man, if we want to go biblical, God was a creator, is a creator, excuse me. Let there be light. He created. Okay. Create. I'm done. Get to work.